Intel Core i9-12900K alderlake CPU benchmark leaks out allegedly faster than the AMD Ryzen Threadripper 2990WX 32-core chip in Cinebench. An alleged benchmark of Intel's alderlake flagship CPU, the Core i9-12900K, has been posted by REHWK, which shows that the chip outperforming the AMD Ryzen Threadripper CPU in Cinebench R23 benchmark. The leaker tries his best to hide the specific test platform and specifications, though most of that is way too obvious. Starting with the details, we are looking at the flagship Intel Core i9-12900K CPU, which has been recognized as an 8+8 core part within the latest version of CPU-Z. The CPU comes with a reported clock speed of around 5.3 GHz, which should be its maximum thermal velocity boost chip frequency, 30 MB L3 cache and TDP of 125 watt. As for the test platform, the Intel Core i9-12900K CPU was allegedly running on a Z690 Aorus Ultra motherboard, which supports PCI Express Generation 5 5.0 bus, but since currently graphics cards are only limited to PCI Express Gen 4, it is kind of pointless for now unless we get a new generation or wait for next generation SSDs. Lastly, we have the memory, which was configured at DDR5 5200. Note that CPU-Z mentions the memory as quad channel, even though two 16GB DIMMs are used, and alderlake only features a dual channel IMC. This is due to the dual 32-bit memory channels featured on the DDR5 memory, whereas DDR4 memory features a single 64-bit memory channel. This might be fixed in later revision of CPU-Z. The timings for the specific kit are retained at CL32. Now coming to the benchmark, the Intel Core i9-12900K CPU was tested in Cinebench R23 and scored an insane 30,549 points. Not only does this make the alderlake CPU the first mainstream chip to break the 30K barrier on Cinebench R23 benchmark, but it also yields a higher performance than AMD's Ryzen Threadripper 2990WX, which rocks 32 Zen 2 cores. For comparison's sake, the AMD Ryzen 9 5950X features a score of around 28,500 points, which makes the Intel alderlake chip at least 7% faster. And what's interesting is that this might not even be the final performance that the chip has to offer. If true, then the Intel alderlake Core i9-12900K would give AMD's Ryzen 5000 lineup a tough time until the red team comes out with their 3D cache chips around the end of this year or early 2022. We also see Intel following AMD's footsteps in outperforming its HDD lineup with mainstream chip, as that was how AMD became dominant in high-end segment with its Ryzen 9 chips that obliterated Intel's Core X lineup in terms of performance per dollar. The Intel alderlake CPU lineup is expected to launch in November along with the respective Z690 platform and DDR5 memory kits. If you like this video, please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications update.